So we're back. Another post All-Star break, Fish Fridays. Today we'll be talking about the trades, the Royals series, the Padres series, and what to expect moving forward. First, let's talk about the Royals. We started the series off with a bang. A powerful walk-off by the legend himself, Kyle Stowers. Game 2 was different. We were treated to 6 scoreless innings by Cal, and shout out to Otto for driving in all 3 runs in another beautiful W. The one we dropped was relatively quiet. Simply put, we had no offense throughout the whole game. And with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th, we decided to show up out of nowhere. Everyone woke up and the bats were rolling. Still wasn't enough. Ended up losing that game 7-4. In the end, the series win was all that we wanted. It would have been nice to get the 3rd one, but it wasn't necessary. And it was huge for confidence going forward into the next series, in which we took on the Padres. The Padres was a bit different. Seemed a bit more competitive, which makes more sense. But starting with game 1, we simply couldn't match their hit power. The whole game we seemed overwhelmed, and while we had some hits, we just couldn't string them together. Game 2 was our comeback game as we pulled off the 4-3 win. By the way, all runs coming off with 2 outs. Game 2 was our comeback game as we pulled off the 4-3 win. And if you didn't notice, all runs we scored that game, we scored with 2 outs. Starting to see a trend here. Clutch Edward, 5.5, 6 Ks, and 1 run earned. So, love to see that. Game 3 was our chance to steal the series, and we did. But what was even sweeter than winning 3-2 was Sandy's comeback. This game, he pitched 7 innings, 0 walks, and 1 unearned run. And huge props to Jesus with the 2-run homer to seal the deal. Next, we're talking trades. Trade deadline updates for the Marlins are looking bright, and it's looking good. Marlins Network posted, per John Heyman, the Miami Marlins are planning to build around Agustín Ramírez, Kyle Stowers, and Yuri Perez. At this deadline, the Marlins are expected to listen to offers on Jesús Sánchez, Sandy Alcántara, Edward Cabrera, and Anthony Bender. For a source, Marlins starting pitcher Cal Quantrill has attached interest and could be moved at the deadline. Another name, Dane Myers, has been mentioned in trade rumors this week and is also a guy who could be moved. The Marlins reportedly have a super high return for Myers. And from what has been reported, the San Diego Padres have contacted the Marlins about a potential trade for Sandy. We also know that the Cubs have been strongly interested in Cabrera, who the Marlins are asking for a pretty penny for in return. Some thoughts on this, I'll just go down the list. I love that Agustín, Kyle, and Yuri are the focal points in this trade deadline. I think that they are completely unsellable. You have to develop them. I am sad to see Edward Cabrera finally finding his stride is on these trade talks. I mean, it's understandable, and he's coming down into his last years of being stuck with the Marlins, where he can become a free agent. His MLB service is coming to an end soon. Sandy, it makes sense. He's had a rough season. He just needs a fresh setting, maybe, to get him started again. But we'll see. Dane Myers was a surprising one for me. I didn't think teams would have so much interest in him. He is a great fielder, and he does have quite a bit of power behind the bat. But I still thought it was surprising, and on top of that, that the Marlins had such a high price tag for him. And these are just rumors. This is reported by Marlins Network and John Heyman. So we'll see the validity of these trades, and we'll see going forward how it goes. At the end of the day, we're 23-12 in our last 35 games, which is fire. On top of this, it doesn't seem like we're completely in fire sale mode. We're not in survive mode anymore. We're competing, and it's beautiful. As always, thank you for listening, and remember, fear the fish.